This summer, in the very first week, we went around to different temples and visited Buddhist temples. And my friend Laura that was with me, she went up to one of the statues, and it was a lion, and she said out loud, "God has more power than you." We didn't think anything of it. We kept walking around that day, and she began to become overheated. And so we took her back to the hotel and laid her down in the bed so she could cool off. And all of a sudden her body started seizing, and she was screaming out in pain, and it was just very alarming. We're like, what is happening? And so we went and got the rest of our team members, and we began to pray for her and ask that any evil spirits that have come inside of her to just flee, because God has more power than that. And the guy that was our team leader took her to the hospital, and we were trying to tell the driver how to get to the hospital and to take us to the emergency room. And out of nowhere, this guy on a motorbike came, spoke perfect English, and said, "What is the matter?" And I told him that my friend was overheated and that she needed to get to the emergency room. He translated and told the driver, "Take her to the emergency room." And then he asked me, "Is she going to be okay?" And I said, "I hope so. My God is very powerful." And then he just drove off. And we believe that was just an angel that was there to translate and help us get to the hospital quickly. And that was just such a blessing. And when they got to the hospital, they carried her in, and they were still having a hard time trying to tell the nurses and the doctors that she needs an IV, she's having a heat stroke. And we look over, and a patient that's sitting in a hospital bed gets up out of the bed and comes over and says, "What is the matter?" And we're like, "She needs an IV, she needs to cool off." And he translates and tells the doctor, and then he gets up and walks out of the hospital. And we're not really sure what was wrong with him, and he wouldn't tell us why he was at the hospital. He just left, and that was just another blessing where God provided someone to translate and help us get her better. So God showed us that even when we're spiritually attacked, when we believe that it was a heat stroke combined with a spiritual attack, a spiritual oppression, that God is more powerful, and that when we pray, He answers. And we believe we met 2 angels that day. So a challenge that I give to you as you hear that story is that always pray. Pray boldly. Ask God to heal you and to answer those prayers. And just to know that the spiritual realm in other countries outside of America is so much stronger, so much more evident, because Satan works in different ways in countries where there's not as many distractions. So my challenge is just to know that the spiritual realm is powerful, and that Satan is working, and he's all around, but God is more powerful. Satan can't be in the presence of God. And so just get on your knees and pray and ask God to meet you where you are. Hi, my name is Rebecca Hall. I'm from Spartanburg, South Carolina, and I served in this summer. Would I go on the Nehemiah teams again? Absolutely. I was so thankful that I spent my summer being obedient to God, and I have learned to live my life obeying that call to be involved in missions, no matter if it's at school, if it's in my career. God has called us to bring the gospel, and so yes, I would absolutely go again.